Welcome to IGM Guru. IGM Guru is one of the global leading online training and certification provider for IT expert by the skilled IT gurus to help them achieve their professional goals.
What is Revenue Cloud? Now, as we know earlier, right, that in Salesforce there are multiple solutions even still today exist like Salesforce CPQ, Salesforce Billing, Industry Cloud, and then there is something Salesforce launched in between was the subscription management, asset management, all those things. As and when time comes, they introduced and there are so many different, fragmented solutions. I will say in a different form of managed package. Some of them you have to just go and enable within the org. All of it, right? So what Salesforce, now today Revenue Cloud when we are saying, so Revenue Cloud is an integrated suite. So behind the scene, what Salesforce did is that they first bring all the concepts wise, I will say, CPQ, billing, subscription management, asset management, revenue, all of it. And they first developed this in the core of the Salesforce platform, right? So now no more it's a separate managed package that you have seen that when you are using Salesforce CPQ or billing, anything like that, where you are going and installing it from the install packages, right? It's no more there. So this is the first time when Salesforce, launched it on its own platform, which means they have built this from code. Earlier, being a Salesforce CPQ or billing or industry clouds, these are acquisitions. These are for an example, Salesforce CPQ was acquired in 2016 from Steelbill, right? Salesforce Billing was acquired by a company called Invoice IT, which Salesforce acquired it. And all are basically external managed packages that you have to be installed on Salesforce platform, right? That is no longer there. So that is why what happened because of that is that the core Salesforce development, and this is whole build on the core, which we will talk about slowly on the Omni Studio platform that and of course the flow is there, so you can leverage all the core admin and the development feature of Salesforce in order to extend and build this whole entire Revenue Cloud. Second big change in the Revenue Cloud, as I said, they have basically build the API first approach. We will talk more about it, what is that actually mean, because you have heard already most of the time. And this is API first approach. So for now, just think like that. They have decoupled many things and expose all those features as form of APIs also. And why is like that? Because it also helps to, in making the indirect sales channels processes. So suppose you have some external system and there you want to expose this quoting or ordering or assets, any features of Revenue Cloud. Earlier it was not there in Salesforce CPQ. You cannot expose like that, right? There is no API as such available which you can externally call these features in the external systems. But now how the RCA designed it, every module is decoupled, and there are APIs available for each modules, which if there is any requirement to go and expose outside of the Salesforce, that also you can do. Within the Salesforce also, if you are doing customizations, that is where also this is going to be helped. So the core idea of the Salesforce is earlier they were struggling to, enhance. Some of you who have worked on Salesforce CPQ, last 4 or 5 years there is no single new feature came in Salesforce CPQ or in the Billing, right? And that was the problem and the struggle they are doing it, because at the end of the day it is built on a managed package. They were not able to expand. And as I said, the very first problem was earlier that there were too many solutions there within the Salesforce ecosystem, and even the client is finding difficult what to do and how to do. So Salesforce had basically two options, right? So one option was that they will keep trying to merge each these packages and debug something on top of it, or the other option was let it be everything and build things from scratch. So Salesforce opted the second option because that gives him the flexibility for the long term, because now, as I said, there is no managed package as such which we will see as when we will configure the org. This is there on the core Salesforce platform build, and all we have to go inside the org and we have to enable these features like the any code features. You do not have to install anything. Okay. So why I am calling this as a revenue cloud, not RCA, RCB, we will talk about it. But before that, first of all, just to quick glance, right? Some of you, as I heard, you already have the background. But what is revenue when we are saying the revenue cloud means, right? So it's a very simple, diagram to talk about in the revenue generation life cycle. And whatever the boxes you are seeing, it's all being basically covered as a part of your revenue and sales cloud, right? So if you see the whole experience and the journey starts from your lead creations where the product customers is expressing the interest. And once you qualified your lead, you will be having an opportunity in the system. Till here, you are interacting with nothing but the sales cloud, right? And um, then you're basically, once you have the opportunity, that is where your sales teams will go and start talking to the client, fixing your appointment, and based on the requirements and the feedback, that is where the code creation. Now, the touch point is still remain the same, right? Even if you have been using CPQ or any CPQ tool, after opportunity, your journey starts. Here also your whole RCA will starts from your code creation, and then basically the negotiation part. Now, from negotiation, if you see, there is a create contract. Now, earlier in CPQ, there is no CLM features there, right? And if you want to use any CLM features, you have to basically, use external tool like, let's say, Conga CLM, DocuSign CLM. There is Ironclad, and likewise. In between, sometimes back, Salesforce releases something called contract lifecycle management as a part of Salesforce Industries Cloud, but it is not integrated with the CPQ as such, right? So now in RCA or RCM or RCB, so let me call this as a revenue cloud. I will come to a while after that why I'm calling revenue cloud. So in the revenue cloud, what they did is, as a part of this, the whole process, they integrated or they created a new module altogether is a CLM. What does that mean is, for CLM also you don't need any external package. That is there. But it doesn't mean, some of the times for people ask that, hey, after code creation, I do not want to create a contract. I want to go and directly create an order. Is this a mandatory step now? The answer is no. I mean, still it is there. If you want to use it. If your business doesn't need it, that's fine. But this is the part of your now revenue cloud. And typical feature, as I said, once the customers validate and signs the contract, then where you are going generating an order, there here the whole order management comes into the picture. And in revenue cloud, we have now the whole DRO, which we are calling nothing but the fulfillment part, which was not there earlier in CPQ. And from order, finally from the life cycle standpoints, invoicings and generating bills, right? Again, Salesforce support earlier also as a part of different managed package, which is earlier called as a Salesforce billing, right? It was not the part of CPQ. You have to go install another package for that, and then you will able to generate invoices. But still, there are a lot of limitations in that, which new in the revenue cloud, Salesforce tried to acknowledge all those things. One thing remembered, this is still a new tool, okay? So what does that mean? Which means every releases you will expect a lot of new features as and when application grow. And also, while implementing projects, you will see some of the things working, not working, because it's a typical product life cycle, right? Product needs some time to how Salesforce operates is, and I think most of the vendor operates is that they have released it, and when they are getting a feedback from the customers, as well as seeing what type of issues they are getting, they are fixing it and moving on. But by and large, the product is pretty much stable, and they have added a lot of capabilities already. But any future releases, things will be added. The new features will keep adding on it, as any Salesforce product. So this is how it looks like, right? In overall, if you see the yeah, sorry, Kunal, go ahead.
Yes, you can go to last like a year. Just want to understand like this from code creation we create a contract and then we are creating order. Generally, I have seen code to order and from order to then we create a contract. So, is there a way that we can implement it, or every time in Revenue Cloud after code creation we have to create a contract and then from contract we would create an order?
Well, that's what I said, right? This is the optional part. You can integrate it wherever you want to. After order you want to generate it. Right? This is a typical life cycle. Some of the industry follows, some of them industry doesn't. And uh, it earlier, as I said, right, for the whole contract creation, you need an external tool, which is not there right now in the RLM. But yes, it's not like from code, can I come and directly to generate order? Yes, pretty much. It's not like you have to go through this life cycle.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got
No, adding to that, so you are saying that the contract, if you want to go for account to contract Apti in Revenuecon, is that option available?
From account to
So, yeah, customer creation and opportunity and everything, if you want to load from, or only from the opportunity to go to cash.
sorry, I did not understand it.
My question is contracts same as hard zones, which you can associate it to each account?
Yeah, all CLM features are there, which we will talk. So suppose I have to just create an NDA, right?
So it is not dependent on each individual opportunity or
Right. This is, as I said, I am here illustrating the revenue lifecycle generation, not saying that this is the sequence always has to follow. So for an example, we'll talk about it. As I said, RC is entirely decoupled. What if, the orders are coming directly from some e-commerce sites? Do I have to create opportunity in code? Can I not go create directly order? Answer is yes. Why not? We'll see and we'll talk about it. So since it is a CLM, of course, can I directly attach that account? For an example, the agreements like MSA, NDAs, all those things? Yes, answer is there, yes. Okay. So sequence wise, this is just illustrating a typical revenue lifecycle generation. Doesn't mean that RCA has to follow the same sequence. Make sense?
Yeah, got it.
Thanks for watching the video. For full course, please visit www.igmguru.com and enroll today.